I won't get into all the details, but there were some serious irrigation lines that needed to be replaced. Basically, a lot of it due to we had to get a new septic tank put in. Previous owners put that in for us. But the crew that came in, they just wrecked shop on the irrigation lines. And then once we got the water to the house, had to replace those. So a lot of digging in the dirt, a lot of learning on the fly, trying to figure out and find where all the lines were going. But luckily, fast learner, which was great, and finally got things up and running. But always replacing and maintenance on irrigation lines. But here's looking back to the granny flat, and below those pavers ended up doing quite a job due to some old lines. Here is a hodgepodge of connections, faucet heads, and valves that I needed to replace. Ended up cutting everything out eventually, and then putting in a nice, replacing this with a nice clean T and a valve for a lateral. But then digging into this a little bit more, this particular area ended up doing a little bit more damage. Again, learning on the fly. But had to replace some hose and decided, well, if I'm going to replace this section, let's do it once so I don't have to worry about it again. So I ended up putting a lot of PVC pipe in the ground. Part of that goes under the access to the septic system coming from the granny flat. And then again, there's that original T I put in, plus all this other stuff. And that one line dropping down the squares is actually gray water. But like I said, always learning, always doing maintenance, and it will be a never-ending battle. But to keep the trees watered and the hill looking great, it is worth it 100% of the time.